Hey everybody, it's been a while. Had some unexpected things happen to where I've just been so busy I have not been able to get out to the woods. But I'll explain that a little bit more later. The good news is now I have another spot to go and film at. Lots of field, but there's also lots of trees, which means a lot more area and a lot more possibilities. I'm gonna grab some of this. It's a little damp feeling, but I'm gonna grab some of this to use as a fire starter because it's my first time out here in the woods. Sorry, you're a little crooked, but I don't really see a lot of birch tree. I see a lot of popple or aspen, but yeah, looks like a lot of oaks, maybe one big juniper. So we're just gonna explore today, and I brought a stake for Trigger and myself. So yeah, that's pretty much the game plan. Some wild raspberries, that's a plus. Lots of them. Come on, Trigger. Yeah, and all the snow was gone and it was beautiful out, and yeah, then it snowed again. That's just never fun. It looks like there's a road and a swamp, so I can get water. That's a plus. I want to say this is at least probably 500 acres, maybe more, that I've got access to. So that's awesome. But I'm going to turn the camera around so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Looks like this might get kind of swampy here, so I should be able to get water whenever I need to and filter it. That's a big pine tree, even better. There's some kind of a swamp on either side of this little road. There's a bunch of big oak up there. Excuse me. Yeah, there's a few pine trees there, so that's awesome. That's going to make starting a fire a lot easier. There's one birch out in that swamp. There's a birch right here in front of me. So I'm going to sneak in here real quick and grab some of this bark while I'm right here. These almost look like cherry trees. It might be choke cherry or regular cherry. I can't tell. The berries are all dried up, but that's cool. Lots of stuff you can do with choke cherries. And just so you know, I'm not hurting the tree by taking this little bit of bark off. It's already dead. And birch tree kind of sheds its bark like a snake sheds its skin. When it gets bigger, it pushes everything out. I think I'm gonna walk back out and around. I don't want to walk all the way through all that stuff. So we're gonna go back this way. Trigger! hear how crunchy the snow is. It got really warm yesterday and then got cold last night. It was 23 degrees out when I went to bed, and now it's 30. It's supposed to warm up to, I think, 46 today. So hopefully that gets rid of the rest of the snow, because I'm sure that's all you guys can hear is crunch, crunch, crunch. The big oak tree that split. I don't see any animal tracks. Oop. Found some water though. There, I got my muck boots on. Big pine trees right in the swamp. Yeah, that looks like it'd be a great place for a shelter, but if that tree were to come down on me at night, it certainly would hurt. Bunch of big tree stumps out here. Huh. That actually could make for a quick shelter with just my tarp. Trigger, get out of there. Goofy dog. That's cool. So it looks like it's lots and lots of wetland. Which, I don't know. Get rid of the anyways, sorry, I got distracted. So where do we want to go? Come on, buddy. There's some highland over there, some more birch and stuff, but I think we're just gonna do just a quick video today. This would be nice to use, and you know, make like I said, cook some steak and stuff. Might do a little bit more exploring here in a little bit, but I think for today we're gonna build our fire near this. I don't want to put it on it because all these little roots, if they catch fire, they could actually keep burning. So I think we'll probably put our fire right about here, and that'd make a hell of a backdrop for a fire, or a fire reflector, I mean. So, okay, I'm gonna let you guys go for a minute here, and I'm gonna kind of look around here and figure out exactly what I want to do. I think I'm gonna go grab some of them pine branches, and then I'll take and cut some of these smaller oak branches up and get a little fire going. So, see you soon. Okay, so I'm gonna excuse me, I'm gonna walk over here and cut some of this these pine branches off that are dead, and see if we can, oh yeah, that's deep. See if we can use them. Glad I got my muck boots on. There we go. Yeah, see, there's a few up there, kind of high. I was hoping there'd be some laying down on the ground. There's a big dead one. I'll take a couple branches off that. That's still nice and solid. Goofy dog. Got my pocket boy again. One. Good piece. That's a good piece. I don't need a whole lot because I'm not staying overnight or anything like that, but if I do decide to set up a camp over here, I got enough to heat me all night. There, that should be plenty. A couple of these little ones too. Okay, so I'm gonna meander back to the campsite, or the, I having a campsite, but where I'm gonna cook some steak. Okay, I'm gonna take and dig some of this dirt down to build my fire on, so it's not in the snow. There we go. And I'm going to set that there, that one there, set my grate on once I get a bed of coals going to cook a steak. Okay, so I'm going to start downsizing here. I'm going to try to get this stuff and split it, so, or baton it rather. There we go. Beautiful morning today. There, I should be able to break the rest of that up. And I went and, while you guys weren't looking, I went and got some oak. I might split a little bit of that up, but for now, yeah, this split's nice. It's got resin in it, but not a lot. It's not like a piece of fat wood or anything like that where it's just permeated with resin, but it'll still do the job. I kind of put my bird's nest and birch bark up in the up there so it'll kind of dry. There we go. This one's not splitting very well. There we go. I think I can get one more out of that. These ones I'm going to kind of set to the side. I'm going to try to make a feather stick too. Once I get the stakes going, I'll kind of explain to everybody what's going on and why I've been absent the last month, more or less. What are you doing, Moose? Not sure if I can be able to Oh yeah. Flying wood. Okay, that's good for that. I'm gonna excuse me. I think I got one piece of oak I might be able to split. This stuff's pretty gnarly. Not too shabby, I guess. Shouldn't have to split too much of the oak because the pine will really, I'm going to split this one in half. Will burn really well and hot, so it should catch these bigger ones on fire, I hope. Ah, come on. Hit that knot. There we go. Okay, that should be good for now. I'm going to try and see if I can make some feather sticks out of this. Maybe. Kinda, not really. That's all right. I'm not that worried about it. So I'm gonna check and see how my bird's nest is doing, and I'll be back. Okay, so here's my fire rod thingy. That's some birch bark. And my bird's nest, unfortunately it's a little bit damp because it got cold last night. Everything kind of frosted, but I still think with the birch bark and everything, I think I can get this going. You quit eating my sticks. All right, and I got a little pile of small sticks and so on and so forth. I'm actually prepared this time. So, go lay down. Oops. There we go. Took a couple of tries, but I got her. Still not out of the woods though. Ha ha ha. This pine will start to catch here pretty quick. There, we've got a fire. Yay. since I've been here, I don't think I've ever come across pine since I've been in Minnesota, so it's kind of nice. It smells really nice, I think. It burns really good. It burns hot and it burns fast. So I'm gonna get a decent fire going with that, and then I'm gonna put a couple of pieces of this bigger oak on there, just to start it. Some of the split oak. There we go. There, we're gonna let that burn down, and then we'll get the stakes going here as soon as we get some coals. Oops, sorry. Perfect, you can see my shadow. So, letting this burn down in the coals for the most part, so I can get my stakes going. I almost think I might need to get 2 more of these to keep them up higher. I don't know, I'll just put them on the edge, I suppose. I can just rake the coals underneath of it. But fire's burning good. Okay, so I got Trigger, a top sirloin steak, boneless, no solution added. So, guessing that's a good thing. This is a good inch thick steak. So I'm gonna start his. And I got myself an 1881 legendary beef New York strip steak. Legendary. Got these from the butcher at the local grocery store. They cut all the steaks right there. That's a good inch thick. Got a good chunk of fat on it. I'm going to put the fat towards the flame. And then I got my spicy mozzarella stick seasoning for mine. No seasoning for Trigger. I'm not doing both sides because this stuff's very potent and it's finally empty. So we're going to let these cook up a little bit and just enjoy the sounds of the birds and everything else. It's absolutely gorgeous out here today. are cooking really good. Trigger's dragging around trees. Goofy dog. I'm gonna let these cook a little bit more, and I'm gonna flip them over and cook a little bit more. Fat's getting nice and crispy. Excuse me. Triggers cook for a little bit more, then cut it up and let it cool down. So I'm going to give you the gist of why I haven't been filming lately. Excuse me. I rent my house, and my neighbors rent my house. We have the same person that we rent from, and I was having a really good day. I finally got some different high-speed internet and sat down on the couch and was watching some YouTube channels that I like to follow, like Joe Robinette and Matthew Poza. Two of my favorites I like watching. Very informative, awesome shows to watch. So I'm sitting there and I got a text message, and so did my neighbors, from our landlord, saying that he decided to sell our houses and we have 30 days to move out. So I was a little shocked, and so were my neighbors. I had only been there about a year, but I've become very good friends with all of my neighbors around there. And my other neighbors that also got the same text, they have been there for 7 years. So it was quite a punch to the gut to get that news, and in such a short notice, to be able to find a house, pack all your stuff up, have the money to move into a house. All that stuff was just absolutely mind-blowing. And so I have spent all of my time, instead of going out and filming YouTube, going out and trying to find a house. And my other neighbor, I happened to catch him outside, and I was talking to him, and he had mentioned that he knows of a place. So one thing led to another, and I found a house. It's a little bit smaller, but I don't need much. It's out in the country. I'm on the property right now. I've got access to all these woods and everything else out here. I'm gonna start raising some chickens for eggs, and next month I'll probably get a couple of pigs to raise. I'm gonna plant a nice garden. So in all reality, it was a true blessing in disguise. I'm still real close to my other neighbors that I'm really good friends with, so I can go and visit with them whenever I want. My kids can visit with their kids, so on and so forth. So it's been great. So that's why I have not been on YouTube lately, because I just couldn't, unfortunately. So, but all is right in the world now. So now I'm back out filming videos. I still have some more work to do to this place. I still have some packing to do, and then moving everything over. The 27th, I'm going to move in to my new house. So I might not post another video after this one for a little bit, just because I'll still be busy moving and everything. I just had to get out here in the woods. I was having withdrawals, and I had to get out here and film, so you guys don't think I disappeared. This trigger steak, I'm gonna let it cool down, set for a minute, and then I'm gonna cut it up for them. So that's what's going on. I didn't leave Facebook or anything like that. I just had some horrible news, I guess you could say. But like I said, everything is good now. So, yep, everything happens for a reason. Now I've got not only Rick and Heather's property I can still use, I've got all this property I can use, and I was told I can basically do whatever I want out here as long as I'm not destructive, which I'm not. I only use dead stuff. I hardly ever cut down anything live, and if I do, it's just a small sapling or something I need to make a skewer with or something. So I am going to cut Trigger's steak up real quick. Yeah, that looks terrible. I'm going to remove the camera so the shadow's not on it. Perfect. Here are the sandhill cranes. So, you know, there's lots of opportunity out here. I might be able to do some hunting if I wanted to. It's a heck of a lot cheaper than what I was paying. It was outrageous what I was paying for the house I had. So, yeah. I think by the time I get this one cut up here, I think my other steak's gonna be done. The fire's warm. I need to get a pair of gloves. There we go. Perfect. Put that all in there. Let it cool down for Mr. Trigger. And I think my steak's done. It sure feels done. So we're gonna pull that off. We're gonna let it sit for 5 minutes. Yeah, that's already cooled off. Come here, Trigger. Here, buddy. Enjoy. I'm gonna let Trigger enjoy his steak. Man, snow is cold. It's a good little fire pit thingy I made. That dog is truly spoiled. Here, still got some in there. What are you doing? Still got a piece in there, buddy. Is that yummy? You want some water? Some water for you. Here. Here. Man. Oh, I should have brought my chair. Thought about it. The hardest part is waiting the 5 minutes you're supposed to wait. Who's your good boy? Who's your good boy? Trigger's a good boy. There he is. Nope, 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 nope. Go on down. You're not having my steak too. You goofy dog. Come on. You gotta step on my knife. Go lay down. Go. Get. I think it's been 5 minutes. Ooh, that is perfect. That's a hearty breakfast. Okay. There's the fire. I'm letting it burn down still. Oh, trying to get up off the ground. Oh man, my knees are stiff. Whew. So it's been a minute since I've been out here in the woods. So there's that. I think I'm gonna switch batteries out and then I'm gonna explore a little bit more, probably go down that road just a little bit and okay, so we're gonna go explore for a little bit and I'll walk down that road and try to get a couple ideas of different places to camp out at. Oh, a squirrel nest. Cool. There's a happy dog. I'm glad I bought these muck boots. So there's lots of places that way, but I kind of want to go up this road a little bit more. Excuse me. I don't know if you can, if the camera's picking it up or not, but there's a brown tinge to the snow. When this last storm came through, it brought dust and dirt from New Mexico and Texas all the way up here to Minnesota and made the brown snow. Guess there's quite a few birch out here. Look like there are some that are alive and some that are definitely dead. I see a couple more big pine trees. That's just a clicking noise. It's driving me nuts. There we go, fixed it. Some cattails. That's really good for starting fires and everything. Definitely water back here. The only downfall of water is mosquitoes. I'm willing to bet the mosquitoes are definitely prevalent out here. Cool. A little creek. Good thing about flowing water is it's going to be really good to filter. There's some spots over there, but that looks pretty wet. I don't know that I want to set up camp in a swamp. They do farm this land too, just not around here, thank God, or there wouldn't be any trees. A good spot to set my hammock up. Stay around me, buddy. Ooh, look at that. That's a good find. It's all raspberry bushes. That's a really good find. I love raspberries. There's a whole bunch more right over there. There's a whole bunch out here. That's awesome. That's some really good news. They're all raspberries. I know what I'm doing this summer. There's a pond. Oh, Trigger must have bumped a picker bush. How you doing, Goofy? You don't need to. There we go. I could filter that pretty good, I bet you. Some highland next to a bunch of raspberry bushes. Actually, it kind of opens up out here. This might not be a pond, it might just be flooded from all the snow melt we had. Yeah, I'm guessing that's pretty much what it is. Like turkey tracks. It's definitely flowing though. Yeah, I think it's just flooding from the some junipers. It wouldn't be a bad spot to camp, especially if water does stay flowing there. The juniper smells nice when it burns. A bunch more raspberry bushes. A bunch load. Yeah, there's definitely turkey tracks. There's lots of places out here. I'm gonna come over here again. Picker bush. I'll definitely do a video in this spot. That's really nice. It's right by water, which will probably dry up in the summertime, but it's still, I could do a tarp video in there. I could hang my hammock up. This might almost continuously flow. Sure, it won't be quite this much, but oh, that's a woodcock. Cool. Woodcock like this kind of environment too. Lots of trees and stuff to hide in and water. So that's cool. Yeah, once these get all, that tree looks like it grew upside down. That's funny. Excuse me. Once leaves and everything start growing, this ought to be just absolutely gorgeous back here. You see farm field over there, so don't have a whole lot of opportunity more that way, but I mean, look at all this. These big oaks and everything. I could not a whole lot of easily accessible chunks of wood, but there's still plenty of stuff here. If I get a bigger saw, I could make a really nice shelter. It looks like it's just going to be a lot of work getting it all. Here's a maple tree. That's beautiful. The sap is dripping out of it, I think. These look like blackberry. You know, these are some kind of thorn bush. I don't know what these are. They got some big thorns on them though. I'm not sure what those are. This tree looks like it's seen better days. Yeah, I'm thinking this tree's dead. It just hasn't come over yet. That sucks. A couple of them out here, holy smokes. So I don't want to set my camp up by one of them. There's those thorn bushes again. There's some deer poop. Some more raspberries. Here's this ain't a bad spot. Lots of firewood and building material. These trees all look pretty healthy here. Some gnarly oak, so it'd be a bear to cut through it all, but there's some maple. I could easily build a, oh man, that'd be ideal, but look at that. That looks like it'd be a great spot, but man, if that tree were to go or that were to go again, I'd slide right down on me. But there's lots of building material there and some raspberries. Look at this right here. That'd be great for getting a fire going. Oh yeah. That's a good find. Cool. That stuff's bone dry. Big old popple tree blew over. Holy smokes. Another tree that wouldn't be too bad. I'd have to climb on it and jump on it, but it'd be a decent shelter area. Kind of out in the sun. Some cow poop. You can actually use cow poop to start fires with if it's dry enough. Really good tinder. More water. Some deer tracks. That from Trigger. I think those might be coyote tracks. Huh. That's something to be mindful of. Whoop. Great big old pine tree. Excuse me. There we go. Back up here a little bit. One of those goofy picker bushes and some raspberries. Yeah, I wonder if I could find a couple of trees close enough I could build a raised platform shelter. That'd be kind of fun. Big dead trees. Deer tracks. He was moving pretty quick a couple days ago. Old cow poop. So, lots and lots and lots of potential out here. You know, I can start breaking things up a bit, so I'm not doing the same video over and over again. I know that gets boring. Excuse me. So, yeah, I can still go that way. I can still explore those woods over there. Come on, Trigger. Trigger. Goofy. Some more deer tracks. That looks like a big deer. So, yeah. Like I said, blessing in disguise. You know, I really, think that's coyote poop. Get out of there. I'm not positive. Come on, Trigger. So, all right. Sorry about that. Anyways, so this is just the beginning of everything. Lots and lots of opportunity, and I'm hopefully going to be bringing you lots and lots more shows, since how I literally only have to walk in my backyard now. Goofy dog. So, yeah. This is Ryan with Ryan Outdoors, saying goodbye for now. We'll see you soon. Everybody, hope you enjoyed the show. Until next time, this is Ryan with R. Martin Outdoor Adventures.